I'm live. I'm back. I told you I was going to be back. Now I know, I'm getting to know more about this, a little bit more about this technology. Love technology, by the way. Uh, so yeah, I am going to check on here to see if I know I'm live. Oops. So I check to see if I am live. Yep, I'm live here. Okay. And I see the comments on the side. Polly says she can hear and see me. Great, great. Okay, I'm gonna go check my Intuitive Guide page. I just got this new software and I'm testing it out. I'm trying not to touch my nose. I'm really trying not to touch my nose because it is itchy. Okay, and I have captions. I do I do. I have to. I must have captions because I don't know. Page. I just got this, and I have cap. Okay, so this is so cool. You can hear me and see me, Heather. Great, 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 great. So I can see. I feel like that woman with all of the big mirror. I forget her name. So it's showing everywhere. Cool, 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 cool. All right. All right. Cool. Okay, so let's talk about what we're here to talk about. So, hey, Catriona, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. This is new for me. Romper Room. There you go. It is Romper Room. It is. Do you remember that? I used to love watching Romper Room. That was so cool. I see she would have this huge glass. I forget what it's called. I can't for the life of me know what it is, but it'll come to me later. I just know it. It just, when I'm at the moment, I'm just like, I don't remember. So if you ever felt lost, why is my nose is itchy? I have no idea. Whenever I go on camera, my nose gets itchy for some reason. I don't know if I just become more aware of it. That's a good question. I have no idea. Magic mirror. Thank you, Catriona. Oh, seriously, yeah. So I'm here. If you don't know me, my name is Trisha and Trisha Kondo, and I'm known as a intuitive guide in some places, and I'm a spiritual mentor. And I've been doing, yeah, yeah. I always do that with my nose. It's probably I don't think it's a nerve thing. I think my nose gets itchy. So you guys are funny. Maybe it is a nerve thing. I don't know, but I always touch my nose for some reason. Anyways, moving on. So I really want to talk about, I feel like squirrel. Okay, let's go on to, if you don't know, my website is there, trishakondo.com. If you want to go there, you can go for soul readings. And you could also go to my intuitive guide page if you're not there already. And hit like, go to my YouTube channel, check it out, subscribe, hit the notification bell just to know when I upload. Also, go to my Instagram. I share a lot of cool stuff there. Thank you for the likes and the love. I really appreciate it. So yeah, let's get on with it. So I remember when, I'm going to share my backstory of when means money is coming. That's funny. So yeah, I remember my backstory when I left my gifts and my guides behind and I took the traditional road. I was very young. I was about 10 or 11 when I decided to take the traditional road because my my gifts at the time and my guide, because I was so aware that it wasn't exactly safe. It wasn't exactly a thing to talk about. It wasn't a thing to talk about. I know I want to touch my nose again. It wasn't a thing to talk about. It wasn't shared all over. And I thought at one point I was cursed, but I wasn't. And I had a lot of dreams. You know, I had a lot of vivid dreams. I had dreams of places I've never been before. I knew things about people. I would know things ahead of time, and I didn't understand why. I didn't understand why it was happening, just that it was happening. And I gotten to that point where I don't want to believe in this stuff. I don't want to believe in this stuff because it was scaring everybody. It was really scaring a lot of people. It was scaring my family members, most of all. And it was scaring people in the community, which I didn't realize they were scared. And I would visualize a lot of people. I would see people in the corner of my eye. I would see them staring at me, you know, in the attic. There was an attic, and it was directly in front of my door. And, you know, and I just felt really stuck, and I felt like, okay, this all has to go. This all has to go. And that's where I left my gifts and my guide, Grey Wolf. And I prayed every night for it to go away. I wanted everything gone because it was really freaking out everybody. And then when I left all of that and I prayed for it to go away, I'm sure you've heard the story before. I really took the traditional road. I decided when I think I was later on in life, I was maybe 18, 19. I decided to, no, early on, much early on, 15. I decided that I wanted to become a teacher, a traditional teacher. So I knew it was going to be long. And I decided to go to Cégep in Gaspé to get my human science diploma. And then after that, I went to Bishop's University. And then after that, I went to, it feels like I'm doing an interview. And then I went to University of New Brunswick. And then I kept going for my master's and, you know, so on. I took the traditional route. I did. And in between that, before becoming a full-fledged teacher in 2006, I believe, or 2005 or 6, I started to take the less traditional route. So I was still on the traditional road to academics. You know, I was really good at writing. I was really good at studying, even though I'm a hyper person. So I was really, I am a very ambitious person. It sounds like I'm an interview, but I'm not. I'm a very ambitious person. So with that being said, I knew that I was stuck at a point where I wanted to take the less traditional route. I wanted to do the unconventional things. And so I decided, smarty pants. Yeah, I was really smart. And I am still smart. I catch on to things really fast. So I felt like I was in a fog, to be quite honest. I felt like I was in a huge, huge fog. Huge, huge fog. And I was saying to myself, how did I get here? How did I get here? Like, seriously, how did I get here? And I started to pick up on crystals and read a whole bunch of stuff, you know, on quantum physics, on spirituality, on mediumship and intuition. And I wanted more in that route. So I went that route. I did both, actually. And I became a teacher. I started doing readings before I became a teacher. And I started meditating. And I was walking in one world and I was wondering, how did I get here? I was walking in two worlds. So I was walking in the earth plane and I was walking in the spiritual plane. And I was like, okay, so what do you want me to do with this, Creator? And so this is when I, you know, I left my gifts when I was a kid. I left them. And then I said to myself, okay, I left them for a while, then I came back. But I did take the traditional route. I got the degrees to become a teacher. Don't regret it. Don't regret it at all. Mm-mm. But I had to restart everything. I had to restart my spirituality. I went through spirituality. I'm a Catholic also. So I didn't know how to reconnect at one point. I remember that before I'm backtracking a little bit. I didn't know how to reconnect. And I had to relearn that. Just like getting on a bike. You have to learn how to get on a bike and you have to fall down and scrape your knee and everything like that. So I had to learn how to reconnect. And that was the most scariest thing I've ever felt. Because I felt super alone when I left my gifts and my guides. I felt so alone and so disconnected. And I didn't know how to interpret. I was going back and forth. And I was just like, oh, it was a mess. That was a huge mess. And see, I'm touching my nose again. And then I would say, why do I have this? Why does she not have this or not have this? And it was back and forth. Why does this person? Why do I have it? There's a mosquito here. Why do I have it and nobody else has it? It was a back and forth thing, a battle, an inner battle that I had going on within me. So I finally just said, okay, quit dragging this along and just read people. And so I was really scared to make mistakes. Here, I touch my nose again. But the thing is, I had to learn about community. I really did. And I had to learn about creating a really healthy community for myself. Yeah, there's a mosquito. Anyways, I don't want to go too into depth, but if you ever felt like you want to have a community of soul sisters and you really want to, if you ever been to at my point where I tell you about my backstory, if you ever been to that point where, okay, I'm in a fog, I feel alone, I feel disconnected, I feel isolated, I'm going back and forth, and I'm just looking at my notes here. And you're like, I'm having all of these spiritual experiences and I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have anyone to share this. And so I'm talking about this because I do have a mastermind that I'm opening up. And if you're interested in having a sense of community, I'd really like to, I'm going to see if I can put my comments down here. If you would like to join me, you can schedule, this is new for me, schedule a free breakthrough call here. I'll put the link below. I've never been on this long. No, I have. So there is the link right there. So here we go. That is so cool. So there it is right there. That is so cool. Well, showing here. That is so cool. I feel like a kid in a candy store. Okay, I'm gonna hop off, and I'm really enjoying this a lot. You just have to get used to it. This is so cool. This is so freaking cool. That's all I have to say. Yeah, so that is what happened with me, and I was terrified. Let me tell you, when I was in university, I was studying with all these great students around, and when I started to notice, I was meditating and then connecting with my gifts and my guides, and like, oof, I was reading people, and it was just, wow. It was a ride. It was a trippy ride, let me tell you. And was I scared? Of course I was. Of course I was. I was terrified. But I knew that this was the road for me. I took the traditional road, I have. But I also knew that this was the road for me too. Anyways, I hope you can relate. I'm going to hop off, and I wish you all a great night. And I hope to talk to you soon. I would love to talk to you. I'm sure there's women out there, deeply intuitive women, that feel the same way as I did, you know, and do right now, that I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And if I show that, okay. Show. All right. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to talk to you soon. All right. Abnemotas.